That's our philosophy, and that's been our DNA and our culture from day one. Our first blog back in 2014, we could literally, and we have basically repurposed it, and it's the same message. And like Cameron said, like what we said then is true to what we say today, and that hasn't changed. And you build that over time, day in, day out, whether it's blogging about your products, what you're going to do,
right.
Not, flip-flopping back and forth, saying yes to this, no to that. It seems really straightforward. I don't know why it's so difficult.
Well, I mean, I think it's because the building's being built around you as you're living, and the home's being built, and so
right.
the infrastructure.
So just don't say anything until you're ready. that's one option.
Don't have an occupancy until you have your certificate of occupancy.
Right. But right now we're seeing sort of a retroactive attempt to regulate some tech companies, and
right.
you see Senator Elizabeth Warren, who I believe is here tomorrow, who's talking about regulating big tech. And I know that crypto is one small part of this bigger universe here, but when you see proposals and ideas coming from Washington to regulate big tech, what do you think? I mean, do you think it's reasonable what is happening in Washington right now? Because frankly, there hasn't been much until basically the beginnings of this presidential campaign.
So crypto deals with money and value, and we've regulated that as a country for a long time. So we sort of fit into a place that's already been regulated. This idea of data cartels or companies controlling so much of people's data is kind of a new thing, right? And the internet was supposed to, in theory, be open. And then it basically became 5 companies, like the FANG companies, all the data sort of, went in. And that's sort of how it's come, over the last at least 10 years. It's really kind of accumulated into these companies. So it's an area that hasn't been there isn't a previous framework about this. Like data wasn't online before the internet, and then the internet was this open thing that no one company was supposed to control so much. Now that's the case, so you're retroactively looking at the problem, but